All right, hello everybody. Welcome to the stream. We got Team Gravity, we got Quackheads on, you got Palidore on the cast, Sendo Target. Welcome to it. Good to see you all tuning in here across the two channels. We've got Omega and Vertigo on channel 1, Quackheads and Gravity, Team Gravity that is here on channel 2 about to begin. So teams have been pinged and we are ready to go soon. Quackheads here coming in with a 9-8 record as we wind down this second season here in Week 9. 1,200 rounded MMR in the Diamond Division. Over on Team Gravity, the returning champions here from Preseason 1 and Season 1. 17-0. One of only 2 remaining teams now in the league who's been here since Week 1 to have that undefeated record. We had one in each region up until this week. Team Joker losing to Spaghetti as of a couple nights ago. And yesterday, we almost had Leviathan over at OCE, the undefeated team there, taken to a round 3 for the first time. They almost lost their first match. So there have been some upsets or near upsets this week on the undefeated teams. Team Gravity, again, coming in really strong, but as is often and always the case with teams at this level of gameplay, you got to be at the top of your game every time. Otherwise, there are hungry teams not far behind, wanting to cause some upsets and stir the pot just a little bit. That said, stirring it up as we get ready to gallop out on this first round start. Here we go. Team Gravity over on blue. Simon, Viatrex, Ares, Al Pacino running with this, that roster here. And for Quackheads, Irony Man, The Boss, Middleman, and Gobshite. So, launch underway. Here we go. Slapped out there to the midfield, going to be taken by Al Pacino, but Al Pacino being met with a stun by Gob, and now just kind of the tickle fights unfolding here. The top trap as they contest each other. Gob doing a lot of brawl work to try and force the turnover. That said, it's going to be some efficient passing right down the floor. Alp hitting Ares for a couple points on the scoreboard first here. So Ares coming in a sub, I suppose, here, and late in the season, and Team Gravity on the board first with that passing play. Gob was doing a great job in the midfield to contest it quite a bit, but all it takes is that one single connection, or in that case, a couple connections on the passes for Team Gravity to score, as is often the case. So making their way down the floor, Viatrex just checking behind him before getting the disc. You can see the awareness definitely there and trying to find a teammate on the opposite side. Ares was kind of on the bow tie, but contested heavily there by the boss. So the boss is going to get a launch off on that disc to the other side of the wall and other side of the floor. Had it not been for the overshoot, could have been an open 3 there for Quack. So unhappy, I'm sure, to not be able to get that. And Team Gravity is a team who will quite often punish. That said, some nice speed being shown here by Quackheads. Able to get there first. Irony in the goal for a reset potentially, but you have a few different options. You see Team Gravity playing up on the defense pretty aggressively. Simon, though, being maneuvered around by the boss. And could that be a shot? Oh, nearly bouncing in twice there. So a couple opportunities for Quackheads to potentially take a lead, but couldn't find the goal, unfortunately. That was still a really nice attempt, though. Good look, especially from that deep out. And it's Quackheads there, able to get back to the disc first, so playing very, very well as Middleman gets stunned. On the other end here, it's the boss looking for that clear. And Team Gravity now just on the retreat. And actually aggressively now, Ares causing a turnover as well. So some very fast and frantic gameplay to start off, and more brawls in the midfield here, this time courtesy of Middleman. But this time, Team Gravity able to get the disc back first. Another clear being sent out. And there is a player back there, but look at that. No time at all to waste. It's Al Pacino now with a disc, but Middleman, he's not going to miss those grabs, those saves on the daily. Over there, Al Pacino, though, looking for that pass over to Simon, and another save from Middleman. Of course, here it goes. We've seen this happen before where Middleman will get on these save streaks. He'll put up 3, 4, 5 saves all in a minute or two span. It's happened a few different times across Preseason 1, across Season 1. Season 2, doesn't matter. He's going to do it every time, half the time. But he is a very, very good goalie. Al Pacino, though, finally working his way through the defense of that man in the middle. took enough tries, enough efforts, enough fakes. I mean, it is hard. Even when you're throwing in a million fakes, still going to save it a lot of the time. Makes you think twice on offense, certainly. But as is often the case, you get enough attempts, it'll eventually go through. A lot of the time, anyway. So slinging it off to the left tunnel. The boss with the disc here. Now for Quackheads conceding the 4 points so far, but some good pass work here will maybe get them that one-on-one. Oh, backing it out. Actually, so might have had enough time, but they're going to find the pass instead. Looking mighty fine are the Quackheads. First 2 points for them on the board now. So might have had that first drive in, but you know what? Backed it out and still found a good, careful cross right up to the shoulder. So nice job by the Quackheads. All right, so over to Viatrex now. And some good tap passes there back and forth between the players. You see a very careful rollout from Team Gravity. Not shy to spend a little extra time to work it up the floor slowly when you know, the situation calls for it. And in a match like this and against a very aggressive Quackheads at the midfield, you know, it's definitely going to be a tug of war what you need to do on any individual play. But working it up carefully, executing the passes to precision, as is often the case for Team Gravity. Of course, tough thing with passes is you really do have to connect with just about every single one. All it takes is one, and nice stun, but behind the back, oh, once and twice, and almost saved it again. Just, again, the defense here from Quackheads, impeccable, but Team Gravity, ever persistent. That full credit, though, to the defense there of Quackheads. Not making it easy whatsoever on the champion Team Gravity. They're going to be up on some points again, 6-2. There's 4:40 left in this first round. Hello to Salad Man also, by the way, and Rocktor. Saw the window and took it. Yeah, we got windows, we've got doors, we got Palidores, we've got an open door, not able to be completed. Rebound still yet, though. Over to the boss, and the boss to Irony Man from the bottom, and over to the midfield now, Middle Man at the middle field. Looking for his teammates and trying to get themselves once more on the scoreboard. Irony here, looking across to the barrier. Oh, but Viatrex now snagging it out, clearing it out. Without a doubt, Team Gravity. No slouches either on the defensive end. Now, Viatrex, not someone who finds himself in the goal particularly often or near it, getting you know, the saves so much as Al Pacino, usually the main goalie. But obviously at this level, everyone has strengths at every single level and every single aspect, but cannot deny Gob the second try. It's a 2-point game. Once again, Quackheads getting it done, playing a very nice first round here.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Teams entering the
Yeah, for Viatrex still getting that first grab, pretty nice, and you know, more often a player who'll find himself helping out the teammates on assists or doing damage in the midfield on defense. But like I said, it doesn't really matter who you are. When you're playing at the Master Division especially, very few holes in any of these players' games. They can still rotate out and cover different roles at different times as the play and the pace of the game necessitates. You know, it's all about fast action, fast reaction, and adjustments. So sometimes you get put in, you know, uncomfortable or less natural positions, but adjustments and adjustability and just the capability is the name of this game. So they're all right now. I mean, you can see them rotating in the goal there, going for the passes, and very nice angle there to complete the shot. Viatrex assisting Ares. So it's 8 points to 4, favoring Team Gravity here,
7, 6, 5,
but staying right in it for sure. Or Quackheads. Back into the launch, 2 minutes, 15 seconds remaining in round 1. A good duck through by Middleman. Now needs to avoid the second stack and does so successfully as well. That deep dish off into the bubble. Actually a nice contest there. Boss needing to try and shield, and he does. Gets it to Irony Man. Again, very impressed by Quackheads here. Looking good, but the boss there not looking quite as good as it gets scrambled by the stun. So that's going to hurt just a bit, but I mean, they're doing some work for sure. trying to get back onto the defensive end, so the angle maybe about to open up. They got a 2-on-1, a soft pass up to Aries, and completes the goal. Actually, the boss almost getting a save as well, so Aries on the shot. And the second time we've seen Quackheads get a near save. Near save. Yeah, Tie-Up's saying, Palidore, what's poppin'? Well, popping off right now, Team Gravity, but yeah, not too much. Got the first stream of today. First streams, I should say. Over on Channel 1, we have Omega versus Vertigo. Yeah, good to see you. How's it going? How's your weekend? Glad to see all you guys popping in wherever you are. Live or in VOD. Whatever the case, let's see if I can get some points. That'd be very fashionable, very in vogue. Let's see, it's taken out the wedge by Aries. Aries losing the disc out to Viatrex here to go on the second clear attempt. Nice stun by Via. Talk about the midfield capability. Well, look at that. Viatrex opening it up for Simon. All predicated off of those stuns. Of course, Simon, a very accurate shooter, straight shooter from below, and he's not going to miss those open goals very often at all, but it's a good stack breakage from Via, as well as the clear. That really opened up the second stack there for Team Gravity to get back, get the disc, and find themselves an opportune goal. So middleman up high to that to Gob, and it's going to be 30 seconds left in this first round. Team Gravity kind of pulling away as the match wore on, as the round wore on, but still I feel like the score here, as another disc knocked loose by Gob. Score here maybe not doing justice to how well Quackheads did play on defense and offense. I mean, they really had a lot of great opportunities. They still have maybe one more if they can get back. The goal is momentarily open. A deep fling off that corner, and no one there to recover but a Gravity player. So our first round ending here, 13-4. Team Gravity will take that, but like I said, that was a pretty competitive round for most of the way through. It wasn't until the last couple minutes here that started getting some separation on the score sheet from Team Gravity, but otherwise, for most of that round, it was only a couple goals separating the two teams here. But to the stat sheet, I mean, you can see there, Team Gravity, it's Aries coming in, subbing, but getting the 4 points, leading the way there. 1 assist as well. 2 points for Al Pacino, 3 for Simon. Viatrex with a couple of assists and a couple of saves. Of course, there were 2 goals. I can't remember off the top of my head who it went to now. There were 2 goals that were credited to Quackheads because of a kind of near save that still went in. So can't quite remember who got those on Team Gravity at this point. But nonetheless, those will account for some of the missing points there, a couple of the missing goals. Over on Quackhead's side, you have Middleman, 3 saves, and they were nice ones, all right. As always, 9 stuns. You had the boss with a couple points. Gob with 2 points as well as 15 stuns, and Irony with an assist and 13 stuns. As we get ready to begin the second round. Tie-Up saying, yeah, Quack definitely saved that. Always tough, right? When you feel like you should have gotten the save, almost got credit for it, but then it still goes through. And yeah, good to hear that you're not doing too bad right now. Quackhead's not doing too bad. Rebounded by the boss. The boss trying to hit Gob, but Gob was indeed hit. It was stunned, so couldn't do much with it. Some more stuns coming out, but you can see Quackheads, they're winning out on a lot of these brawls thus far. Doing well. I mean, see, the brawl count, 58% of the stuns going favor Quack, but on the attack, it's Simon finding the cracks in the defense and the open goal again. Like I said, you give him the lane. He's not going to miss all too often. But glad to hear you're doing well, Tie-Up, over there in the chat. I'm doing pretty well. Finally getting some streams back in as of the last couple days. I didn't get my first stream this week until Thursday because my internet, basically half of my last 2 weeks have been spent without internet. It's been very, very frustrating. No fault of my own. Well, it was a forced break, otherwise I would have been casting. So, you know what, happy to be back. Got my voice all rested and restored, I suppose, is the silver lining. But, yeah, good to also get some European games here on stream on Channel 1, Channel 2. Right now, channeling their aggression is Team Gravity, finding a punch, but finding the boost faster was the boss. That said, has it stolen by the stack here, chaining in, and off that chain on the pass. Aries converting on another assisted play. 5 points to Team Gravity here in round 2.
9, 8, 7, 6,
So you can see even slotting in a player who's not normally on the roster here with Ares, you're still getting a lot of assists to him. That's just the way that Team Gravity plays. You know, you got the two top teams between the two regions in Americas and Europe as they go for another play here to the backboard. There's another assist to Al Pacino. But, you know, whether it's Team Gravity or Team Joker, and they put the team in their team name because they really do prioritize just that great chemistry. They always know where each other are on the floor. You'll see that, you know, frankly, from teams at the top level of any division. But just saying, especially to, you know, like Team Gravity here in Europe, it's a testament to why they've won back-to-back championships dating back to pre-Season 1, which effectively was Season 0. But over there, 9 points to 0. Al Pacino dunking it in. Not literally dunking it, but, you know, like, never mind. Dumping it in, how about? 9-0, though, Team Gravity. This time, Viatrex assisting Alp. And, yeah, oftentimes, you're going to see a really nice handful of assists in these upper-level matches. So, Quackheads rolling out. Albafons. Yes, sir, this is indeed Palidore. Occasionally Palidad. Or Palifather. Yes. I like that much better because it's much more distinguished. But nonetheless, Palidore here. Yep, welcome to the stream. Good to see you. How you doing? Right now, Quackheads, they're doing pretty well overall. Unable to get onto the score sheet on round 2 so far. But round 1 was close for an awful lot of that round. Trying to get back now into the defensive end. Now, I am seeing here from Quackheads is that a shot just barely missing, rebounded maybe by Al Pacino. Indeed, look at that. This stun, the grab, the redirect off that post gets the open goal. But Quackheads in that first round, they were doing a you know, really nice job collecting each other on the stacks, the chains, and finding some regrabs and getting back to the disc pretty efficiently. And then finding it on the other side of the floor. It seems like Team Gravity, though, they've picked up their speed here. Of course, something they're greatly known for. I mean, look at that. You know, missed that first kind of stack a little bit, but look at how fast the turnaround was. Immediately just adjusted their positioning, their angle. They got back and forth all across the floor for the 1-4. That is 14 points. Now starting to pile on those scores based on that speed. So whether it's a case of Quackheads a little bit slower to the regrabs now and finding those stacks in this round, or whether it's Team Gravity just kind of warming up and getting faster. Maybe it's a little bit of both. But you can see they're really starting to put on the aggression. And the moment that disc is gone, there's a blue stack somewhere about to find that disc. I mean, here it is again, getting a little boost was Simon as he slings it over to the opposite side now. But getting there first this time, Middleman. Middleman needs to be careful. There's a lot of congestion there in the lanes. Looking for a bouncer maybe, but rebounded by Simon. So Simon with Ares at one side, a stack over at the bottom there, the trench. There's the clear, there's the boost. A couple different ricochets, but not delayed whatsoever on the recovery. You can see those redirects going once again. They know how to get those the chains going, but they also can change direction just at a moment's notice at the flip of a coin, and now flipping for a goal. Ares. Some loose change converted on the 16th point. Team Gravity definitely starting to pull away here this one after what was a pretty competitive round 1, contested for the majority of that round up until the last couple minutes. Team Gravity locked and loaded and firing off now to the tune of 16. Quackheads in danger of a potential mercy situation. Just trying to work it up the floor before the stuns. The stuns were another thing that Team Gravity really, or Quackheads rather, had going for them in the first round. They were doing some excellent midfield work to cause some turnovers, or at the very least, pressure Team Gravity hard into some just rushed passes and things like that, and just keep them a little bit off guard, off balance. But not a team that you can keep off balance for long. They are Gravity after all. They know how to ground themselves. In the midfield, Al Pacino in the air, trying to send one in right through the top lane, bouncing, but towards the way of Gobshite over to Middleman. Middleman to the side, just working its way through a couple pieces of geometry there. An open goal, kind of a rare shot attempt they've been able to get, but look at that, the stack pinging it off, but losing it off the barrier. So working around is the boss, and up and under, and tearing it down. The 2 points for the boss. Nice recovery. Gravity was there faster, but that pesky little sneeze guard, as Sputnik likes to call it. Definitely getting in the way of the otherwise recovery. Pyro Games, and they're asking who won first round. Was Team Gravity 13-4. Although, that being said, it was a pretty close game up until the last 2 minutes. It was stuck within 1 or 2 goals for a pretty long time, but tied up at, I think, 2 apiece or 4 apiece at some point. And then Gravity pulled ahead by a little bit the last few minutes. They started piling on several scores, but it was actually a pretty close first round for about 2/3 of it at least. But over here in this round, different story. Middleman, oh man, taking it away, Simon. So a good save, and that was one of the stories from the first round, as Middleman had, along with the boss, I think they all had several saves or even near saves that still worked its way in. Of course, not an uncommon thing to see from the roster here in Quackheads, especially any roster with Middleman on it. It's going to be a danger on the defense. But Team Gravity now up to 18 points. There's the stacks coming on out. And Ares taking it away, sending it down the midfield. And that's going to go right into the orange zone. And now fast on that approach. A couple players from each team. Al Pacino trying to contest Middleman. Middleman slinging it to the wedge. Now Simon over there at the Pac-Man looking to juke around just a bit. And Simon juking out the cameraman. Who's the cameraman? That'd be me. It was Simon. I'll follow you closely this time, and looking for that goal. Look at the placement right at the feet. And to be fair, Middleman was actually prepared for that. He had the hands in the right spot just about. So he still read that pretty well, just slightly off the fingertips, unable to get the grab. That's 20 points, Team Gravity. Albafon's saying do more streams. Thanks for the compliment. I appreciate that. I was just saying to Tyofs in the chat there that I didn't get my first stream this week until Thursday, actually, because my internet has just been very mean to me. I've spent the last 2 weeks with about half of the time not having internet. I think it's fixed now, though, so I'm getting more streams in towards the latter half of this week, finally, because otherwise, yeah, love to do these streams when I can, as I can, which is to say pretty much all the time when I have internet. See John Tejada there as well. Welcome to it. You're hitting this up at the very end of the stream, it would seem. There's 43 seconds left. Team Gravity looking to complete the sweep as the stack's going out quickly. Now recovering there on the disc, sending it over to Gob. Gob right to the mid lane, but right there is Middleman with the disc. Or Simon, rather. Sorry. And looking for the clear down on the pass. Going up. And trying to hit Al Pacino on the cut. That was a good idea, but good defense from Quackheads on the aggressive brawls inside the bubble. Did a lot of that earlier on, and just in general, they're a pretty brawl-heavy team a lot of the time. But 10 seconds left to winding down this round. It's going to be one clear, and if they can get there, maybe an open goal. It's a tough angle, kind of a pizza slice of a shot. Irony Man rolling it in for the cross pass, and one more just to close it off. It's 20-4. Roger that, 10-4. It's Quackheads, one more goal, but Team Gravity ultimately completing this victory. Successful defense here for the returning champions of Season 1. Very admirable effort, though, from Quackheads. Still had some very nice plays defensively on the brawls. I mean, they did some good things, as always. I love watching these teams, both of them, for various reasons. I mean, you love the speed, the teamwork. They're from Team Gravity, but you love Quackheads for just that aggressive defense. They're pesky. They have some unique rollouts on their team that you always love to see, and they have some great defenders as well. A lot of good things going their way. But that said, the win, the sweep to Gravity, off of 10 points from Simon, leading the pack in there. But not far behind, you have Ares and Al Pacino, both with 8 apiece. Viatrex with 3. Look at the assists there, though. I mean, 3, 2, 3, and 5. Viatrex with the high assists. The stuns there. Viatrex also leading that department. But, yeah, just, again, the teamwork. A lot of people with several goals, and everyone with several assists. So, usually the story of the game with Team Gravity. And over to Quackhead's side. You can see the boss there leading it with 6 points offensively. 2 points for Gobshite, as well as a couple saves. Yeah, a couple saves for Boss, 3 saves for Middleman as well. Irony Man with 2 assists and 24 stuns. So not able to pile on a ton of points there across the rounds, unfortunately for them. They did get some good looks, especially in the first, but defense was definitely a strong suit. Winning out on the brawl department and winning out on the save department. Just more so the 83% of shots taken over there from Team Gravity's end. Able to get them a lot of volume scoring. But yeah, that will be the end of this match and this stream. Over on Channel 1, there was one between Vertigo and Omega. Not sure if that's over yet. Trying to pull that up right now. But if it's not over already, it should be rather shortly, I would think. But looks like it might be done. So yeah, I think that's the case there. It would seem. Either or, though. Gonna have some more streams later on today. Of course, tomorrow we have Oculus Venues over on the VRML main channel. But definitely tune in for that, because as always, got some exciting matches for you to be showcased, which is to say Smash Dash and Kinetic. We have Paragon and Saigon. We have Wombo Combo versus Rusty Robots, as well as Kangarillas versus Zero. So some thrilling games on the way tomorrow on Oculus Venues at noon Pacific time. It's 12 p.m. PDT, 3 o'clock EDT, and 7 p.m. UTC. So you should see all of that. John Tejada saying I'll be back soon. Palisade. Okay, there's a new one. Usually it's people say Palindrome or Platidore. Haven't really heard Palisade too much. I'll take it. I like it. See you later. Tyop's asking if I can sing. I mean, I can. Will I? Probably not. I don't know. It doesn't seem like a very stream thing to do, at least for VRML. But giving the old Spanish rap there, yeah, the community rap, one of my more I don't know, I don't want to say favorite, but a show I used to watch a lot. That's where that was taken from. But anyway, we'll be finding out the rest of the schedule kind of as we go later on today. So tune in for those. And yeah, otherwise it's been fun. Thanks for joining for this quick match here. Wish I had more on stream. It's just I gotta fix my schedule so I can get more of these European games in. My sleep schedule, that is. But alright, so until next time, I've been Palidore, or Palisade, or Palidad, or whatever you want to go with on an hourly basis. I'm all for it these days. I've resigned. But yeah, Quackheads and Team Gravity is complete. This has been VRML Season 2. This is Week 9, winding it down. Be happy, healthy, safe. Be good to each other, of course. And I'll see you again really, really soon. Catch you in a little bit.